name is Emil and you are watching a Pegani deck review. Today we're having a look at the Bicycle Vintage Classic by Collectible Playing Cards. These cards started out as a Kickstarter project by Collectible Playing Cards. Last year they got the money they needed to produce these cards. They are printed by the United States Playing Card Company and produced by Collectible Playing Cards. The tuck case is a standard bicycle tuck case, no embossing, with these nice red and yellowish colors to them. The front says Bicycle Vintage Classic. On the sides we have the United States Playing Card Company air cushion finish, and on the other side it says Vintage Classic Playing Cards. On the back, as always, we have the back design of the cards. The tuck seal is a custom seal which is the same as the back design of these cards, which I think is a cool little feature they added. Underneath the seal it says Vintage Classic. There's not that much more to the tuck case, so I think we should get to the very interesting part about these cards, the cards themselves. So the Vintage Classics. There have been made quite a few of these vintage playing cards through the years. Bicycle has made some, Illusionist has made some, but most of them were like standard rider backs or standard bicycle backs with weathering on them. Some of them had a nice marking system, but yeah, that's actually what we got through the years. Now we have something which is completely different. This is a brand new back design produced by Collectible Playing Cards. It's a nice design and it's meant to look like something from the last century. The coloring, as they described, has gone from white to yellow, but the red is still vibrant, still existent. These cards are actually a one-way design. They have a few markings on them, which is some weathering on the lower end of these cards, and up here you have a few dots. So if you turn these cards around, you will see that the dots are not there and the weathering is there instead. It's very subtle. I don't think you will notice it unless you really look for it. If we look at the cards, they have standard pips, standard court cards, but all of them are weathered. This deck is supposed to look old, and in order to do that the best possible way, they have each and every single card uniquely weathered. That's not something they had to do, but I think it's necessary for a deck of cards to look believably old. Like if every card would have the same weathering on it, it wouldn't be as good as it is right here. Every single card, and I mean it, every single card is handmade. It has gone through the same process as all the others, but every card is different, and I think that is just so much work that they have put into these cards. We also have two jokers. They're not identical. The one is playing his instrument, the other one is holding a stick. The aces are all unique. They are all custom aces. They are all found in this little square here, as on the front of the tuck case. They all have black and red accents to them. The court cards, as I mentioned before, are standard. They have the same thickness as standard bicycle cards. The feel is very optional. I like the feel of these cards as I do with most cards, but again, these are modern cut, which also makes it very easy to furrow them, and they feel quite good. I haven't used these cards so much, but from what I've used them with until now, I'm actually quite surprised. I think the borderless back design of these cards is actually quite useful for cardistry. The cards are with the air cushion finish, which most of bicycle cards are nowadays, and it just feels great. You know what you get when you buy bicycles, but you don't get these cards for like the feel, for the use of them. I think you would get these cards for the collectible value, but also because of the back design is so unique and the weathering is just amazingly done on these cards. That is something that really surprised me. I think these are probably the best vintage playing cards that I have looked at. I really like the 1800s bicycle standards, but these cards right here, they're just different and something new. I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough of the Bicycle Vintage Classics. I enjoyed them, I hope you will too, and let's see you next time with another Pegani deck.